Do you like fantasy football and sports betting? Come join us here at the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast, where hosts Matt, Shane, and Jason talk about fantasy players, lineups, and sports betting to help you compete and win championships. And of course, some extra cash. Let's jump right into the show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Parlay FF Podcast. Your boys are back. Matt, Shane, and Jason with you guys tonight. Sorry, guys, about last week. We could not put out an episode. We all just had so much stuff pop up and a lot of stuff going on. So we couldn't come together on making a podcast last week. So we do apologize for that, but we are back. So how are you boys doing tonight?
I'm doing great. And you know what they say? We're back and better than ever. And after what is a fantastic week of football, I don't know that I could have asked for a better week to come back fully revitalized and ready to get it. I was going to say something, and then I realized that we were still within the 1 minute time frame, and I cannot say what I was going to say. So I'll circle back.
Just right off the rip, you're just going to be like that.
I was, yeah.
It
It's
must
an
be
MMA
nice
fight,
that,
bro.
hey, your team played well last week. I know that you're excited. It was great to see them actually play well. It's weird whenever your team is on bye, y'all, and none of your sports teams are playing, and you sit there and you're like, okay, I'm just going to relax and take this all in, worry about my fantasy team. But hey, we did well on the betting side on my part. We'll go into all of ours later, but hey, glad to be back.
Yes, it's good to be back. Like I said, guys, last week was just a tough week for all three of us. We just had so much stuff going on, so we couldn't make an episode. But like I said, we are back. And if you guys want to tune in, go over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Look up the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast. Give it a subscribe. 5-star review, guys. It helps out the show. Head over to fantasy6pack.net. Become an all-access member today. Use promo code ParlayFF to get 15% off your all-access membership. And that, guys, opens up a world to a ton of stuff. I can't even get into it all because there's just so much stuff there. But the main thing is it gives you access to all three of our bets, not just the ones we're giving to you tonight, all of our bets. It gives you access to all that. And you guys want to hop in. Shane, is that a QR code?
It is. Oh, hold on. It's right here. Hey, hit the QR code if you want to, and it takes you directly to the Parlay Best Bets. So if you're on your phone or you're watching on your computer, break out your phone, go ahead, flip over the QR code, and it'll take you right to the page that you want to go to.
Boom. Yeah, hit that up. And then obviously the ones who are watching tonight on here, or if you just watch on YouTube, go over to Fantasy Six Pack's YouTube channel. That's who we are partnered with now for our video side of the podcast. So head over there, give Fantasy Six Pack's YouTube channel a like and a notification, so that way it lets you guys know when we go live. And then I wanted to say, guys, before we jump into the actual betting part of the episode, is if anybody who is watching, or even if you don't watch it live, if you guys have any questions about betting, hit it up in the chat. We would love to answer some questions about betting. It could be NFL, it could be college football, it can be any sport, right? Shane and Jason get after betting all year round on like every single sport. I primarily focus in football, mainly college, but I get into some golf bets too. So ask us any questions about any of the betting, guys. We would love to help you guys out. So, and I feel like we forget to say that all the time. So figured I'd say it now.
Yeah, the NHL season just dropped the puck. So, I've been all over some early NHL action, and we got the Champions League kicking off. We got soccer abroad going on, international soccer. Your boy is in the mix. Trust me, I'm in there.
Yeah,
like swimwear.
You guys want some soccer bets? Shane, if you want to do some research on like your win percentage total in soccer, this dude gets it on. He gets it going. His win percentage in soccer is unfreaking believable. So, ask us any questions, guys, or you can DM us on Twitter, right? You can find Shane at Shane Parlay FF. You can find Jason at Jason Parlay FF, and you can find myself at Matt_Parlay FF. We would love to help you guys out any way that we can. So, y'all ready to get into it?
Let's get it.
All righty, guys. So last week, even though we did not do an episode, I think all of us filled out our sheets for you guys to be able to see our bets, even though we could not do an episode. And last week in college, we'll fire off with that. I ended up going 7-3 in my college totals last week, so it was a very good week for me. Let me pull up my record here. So my record on the year so far is 42, 32, and 2. So we're still climbing the ladder. I'm back up to 10 over 500, which is great. I'm up 19 and a half units for you guys. So those are what you want to get into, right? You guys definitely want to get into that. My best bets on the year have not been super spicy. I'm only 4-4. So that kind of chaps my booty a little bit. Hopefully we can correct that this year. So that being said, guys, my first game, this is going to be a surprise. Let me put this as a caveat. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it as my lock of the week. And if I don't have it as my lock, I will put that out on Twitter. But I am feeling me some Georgia Tech this weekend, plus 1.5 at Duke. Now, I realize this, okay? Duke's offense is unfreaking believable. Super explosive. They're in the top 10 in the country in offense this year, right? Dorian Mensah, transferring from Tulane, going over to Duke has really sparked a fire under those Blue Devils' booty cheeks, right? But Georgia Tech, I don't know when the last time we've seen a Georgia Tech team like this. They're undefeated, right? Haynes King, their quarterback, is the leading rusher for Georgia Tech, 9 touchdowns, and he is completing 71% of his passes through the air. And it's not just the normal Georgia Tech offense that we see year after year, slow-paced. Like, he is doing explosive plays, bombs down the field, and he has emerged as a Heisman candidate. This game, to me, is an explosive game. I like that Georgia Tech is plus 1.5. They have a lot to play for. They're already bowl bound because they're 6-0. So they're already locked up a bowl game. But now they're on the precipice of, hey, let's go win the ACC. Let's put it to them. Let's go win this. Let's go win this conference. So I'm on Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets, this week at plus 1.5. I really like that number. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to make it my lock. Anything you guys want to add to that?
Sports and Stonk says, "Stingers up, baby.
Stingers up, baby. Let's go on, get it." Okay.
Isn't King like your age?
Oh, well,
Matt.
Our age, Jason. Yeah,
Jason.
he actually might be our age. It's like Diego Pavia, man. He's like pushing 30.
7th year.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that offense. I love what the culture Georgia Tech has built right now. It's the thing that scares me about Georgia Tech is, like, you always think, when is that letdown game coming for them?
Yes.
And I love them being a dog in this game, where I think it's motivating, and where they're at right now, I love the pick.
I do. I really like the Georgia Jackets. And Shane mentioned it. Okay. Speaking of Mr. Diego Pavia, right? I am on Vanderbilt this week. Hey now. Listen, Diego Pavia they're coming off their bye week, number 1, right? And they had just lost to Alabama the week prior. That game, if you guys remember in that episode, I had Vandy as underdogs in that game against Alabama because I had Alabama as a letdown game. That game was actually like super close the entire game until Vanderbilt had a couple letdowns on defense, and that's where Alabama's going to burn you, those speedy wideouts. But they played a dang good game against Alabama until the last couple quarters. This week, I think, let me pull this up. Vanderbilt is, I know they're underdogs. Let me pull that up. Sorry, I didn't have that up on my screen here. Vanderbilt they are underdogs, but I am taking the money line. I'm just taking the money line straight up versus LSU. Okay. LSU, Garrett Nussmeier, number 1, is a little banged up. He's not at full strength. Number 2, LSU's defense, again, reference it. They look like booty cheeks. They are inconsistent. Vanderbilt's coming off a bye. They're playing at home. That home crowd is insane. They gave Alabama fits. And I've been on Vanderbilt almost every single week this year, and they've hit 90% of the time, 85% of the time. Vanderbilt's hit. I just really, really like Diego Pavia. He's a dog. He's gritty. He reminds me of Baker Mayfield. Just finds a way to get it done. Give me Vandy. Give me Vandy in that matchup against LSU.
You know why Vandy's crowd is so into it, Matt? It's because they haven't had anything to cheer about in like a decade.
Yeah.
That is the last time that Vandy was a true, contender in anything in, I guess they're now the SEC, but
Yeah.
They call them the Harvard of the SEC for a reason. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
They're baseball school.
Baseball school.
Yeah.
Hey, they are good at baseball. My last game, guys, I'm taking TCU over Baylor. Again, TCU's playing at home. They're -3. They are just a slight favorite over Baylor, and Baylor hasn't looked bad in the Big 12, but TCU's just coming off a loss against Shane and I's Kansas State Wildcats. That's right, boys. So they're going to be motivated to get this win. But here's the key to me is TCU's positive turnover margin outweighs Baylor's negative turnover margin. So if you watch these games, TCU forces turnovers, Baylor gives the ball up. And when they do, they start giving it up in spades. So this is going to be a bounce back win for TCU in this matchup at home versus the Baylor Bears. I think they get away, get some turnovers, and their offense is an explosive offense. Both offenses can be explosive, but I think TCU will have a little bit more firepower, and I think they're going to get more turnovers, force more turnovers. So I'm taking TCU -3 in this matchup.
I like love that pick, honestly.
Yeah, also the fact that Baylor coughs all up like they're sick and need to go to the doctor.
Yeah. So those are the college plays, boys.
I like that. Jason,
we ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into the rundown, baby.
All right, let's go. So last week, y'all, we did take a little hiatus. We did put some of our bets out there if you do follow our socials and whatnot. So last week, as a group, we went 6-4 on the picks that we gave out. 2-1 for all of our locks. And with all of our bets, our season total, guys, do you know where we sit now?
I don't know where we sit as a group.
We came
in the
back.
Money? In the money. That's the key.
Now we're even, but I think we're a little bit above. We are 44-44 for all of our picks that we've given out. You can't ask for more, honestly. Yes, we want to be in the positive, but being even, I think we're okay with that right now after a weird start to the football season.
Yeah.
So, guys, to start off the locks, your boy is sitting at 4-2 with his locks. Matt 1-5, but still has. Your locks are bad, but you're still You're the only one
you are
that
still a leader.
Is leading. You're 10.
You're the leader in the clubhouse right now, and it's very annoying to me because I feel like I'm gaining ground, but just not enough right now. But it's only week 7, so I have plenty of time to take the lead and take my mantle back. I know I'm coming for the crown. The crown is mine still. I'm not giving it up this year.
Which is crazy. It was like you might as well just fade his lock, but just like follow
take
along
everything
with
else.
all of his other bets.
Yeah, take everything except for Matt's lock.
Exactly.
That is the key play.
Shane, you're on fire with your locks. I think you've hit your previous 2. You are 2-4 right now. Season totals, your boy is finally even at 18-18. Matt is 10-9. Shane is at 16-17 right now. And if you follow all of our plays and follow our units, we are positive right now in our unit plays. And based on the past 2 weeks, I don't want to go first, but I have to go first because I have done so well. So, guys, let me take this real quick.
Get it.
All right. Last week was a favorite week. Most of the favorites won, but we did have some dogs cover, which it's nice to see, but I think this is going to be a get right week for a lot of these teams. So my lock of the week, I'm going to start off hot. Give me the Jets plus 1.5 at home versus the Panthers. Bryce Young does not play well on the road. He has not won a road game this year. Yes, the Jets, and it is the Jets, and they do look bad, especially they're showing that they put up in London this past weekend. By the way, I'm so glad we shipped that game overseas. That out there.
They really enjoyed it. There was a lot of kicking in that game.
Exactly. Bryce Young does not play well on the road. I'm going to fade him on the road. Give me Fields to win and the Jets to win their first game. I'm going to pick the points for the sake of the pod, but I do like the money line in this. I think it's plus 100, plus 105, something like that. So either way, give me the Jets. That's my lock this week. I hate
Plus
playing
110.
there you go. I hate playing my Texans, but I'm going to do it. They are they're coming off a bye week going against the Seahawks, who did have an impressive showing this past week. Even though the Seahawks are top 10 in offense and defense this year, I think with a bye week and how good our defense is playing, we're going to give Sam Darnold fits. And I think we will cover that 3.5 line. I love the hook. So give me the 3.5 on the road for the Texans traveling there. I don't care about the travel just because of the bye week. Lastly, this is a gross game, but it makes me feel a hell of a lot more confident that who's the Steelers head coach? I'm blanking. Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Baby.
Yeah,
How
Tomlin
dare
was
you.
bitching. Tomlin was bitching, complaining about the in-division trade with Cincinnati. I love that, and I think it's going to cost them. He said that they better be ready because Joe Flacco scares the shit out of them, and I know Joe Flacco will come and bring the heat, even though he is 40 plus. It's a battle of the old ass quarterbacks, and I love it. Let Joe Flacco throw the ball to the two best receivers out there in the league. I love the Bengals to maybe even upset the Steelers this week. Give me the home dog Cincy at plus 5.5 to shock the world.
I like
I
that.
know.
I do like that.
I know
a
you
lot.
hate that, Matt, but at the same time,
I don't hate
it's
it.
bound to happen. It's bound to happen for a get right week for the Steelers.
And to be honest, the Steelers, they can give up a game or two. They're only 3 games ahead of everybody else in the division. So
Yeah, they're only just absolutely wrecking everybody in that division. It's fine. No big deal. No one else is really playing in that division. They're kind of playing themselves right now. Don't worry. Don't be too hard on them, okay?
I'm taking the points. I didn't say money line. I think they might shock the world, but
I do like
5.5.
Yes,
I do
like the number
for a home dog and a veteran quarterback who plays the Steelers, who knows the Steelers.
Who wants to go next?
Shane.
I will take it. And let me just tell you this. I did hit my lock last week. It was the Chiefs. I did go back-to-back Chiefs picks, and I'm not sorry about it, okay? All right. I was wrong about one. I was right about one. Okay. Well, listen. They are back in the plays here. And it's not my lock of the week, but it is my teaser of the week. We're taking the Chiefs and combining them with the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing says freedom like Chiefs and Patriots. And let me tell you this, boys. The Chiefs take on the lowly Raiders, who look lost out there. They did win last week. A blind squirrel finds a nut occasionally. They are not going to find one against Patrick Mahomes, who gets his favorite target, Rashee Rice, back. And also the New England Patriots. Drake May looks like the franchise. That's what they should call it. That should be his nickname from now on. He should be the franchise. He's the new GOAT in town. Sorry, Tom Brady. No one remembers you. Because they're going to go down to Nashville and they're going to have a party. The Titans are absolutely abysmal. I know that that's typically a spot where you take the other team, but I have full confidence in the Patriots being able to deliver with Drake May at the helm. So I will be backing the Chiefs at 6.5 and the Patriots at -1 and a 6-point teaser. That's a 1.5 unit play because, the odds are unfortunately -135 everywhere now. No one wants you to have fun. It's okay.
I like teasing both those games with those situations. Mm-hmm.
If you like teasers, go ahead and head to the best bets because I got 3 of them on the books, but I'm only sharing that one. So you'll have to go check it out yourself. The Jaguars is my lock of the week. Listen, they're going to London, baby. And let me tell you this, it's basically a home game for them. They love to be there. It is where their owner wants them to be. And they're taking on the Los Angeles Rams, not Chargers. Not the Chargers. Taking on the Rams. But the Rams will be without the ultimate Charger, and that is Puka Nakua. He's not going to probably play in this game, so that is a serious setback for the Rams. I like the Jags defense. I think that they can definitely cause some problems, ruffle some feathers there, and go ahead and eat some fish and chips while they're in London. So setback, kickback. That is the early game on Sunday morning, and I will expect a full cash at +3.5 for the Jaguars. I am paying up to get the hook. Sorry, not
Okay.
sorry. It's minus 135. Whatever. It's the. I'm used to playing minus 135 with the teasers. I'll take the 1 point. Thank you very much. Last but not least, actually, I take that back. Here's a bonus pick. Guys, we were going to talk about this before the podcast. There's a little birdie out here that said the Ravens could still make the playoffs. And I like that thesis. We just discussed how terrible their division is and how, it's pretty likely that they're going to get additional shots at teams coming down the wire here. And the AFC hasn't looked particularly strong or differentiated. So instead of taking the Ravens to make the playoffs at plus 100, I'm going to take Lamar Jackson at plus 1,000 to win MVP. Because if the Ravens come back and make the playoffs from the detrimental setback that they've created, Lamar will be the MVP. There's not a question. It doesn't matter the stats that Patrick Mahomes puts up. The narrative will be there. Will be cooked into the entire storyline. So Lamar for MVP at plus 1,000 odds is just too juicy to pass up.
Are you getting your last pick? Because the only other MVP that I see right now is Baker, based on storylines.
Patrick is number one.
Yeah, well, I was gonna get there, but Baker and Patrick.
Yes.
Because the NFL likes giving MVPs out to players that haven't won it, so that's why I led with Baker. But if Patrick does win the division, which it looks very much like he can now after letdowns by both the Broncos and the Chargers, to where it's like fair game, I think they would still give it to Baker if he does win 11 games.
Yeah, I mean, both narratives I feel like are in play. But again, I think that if Lamar comes back and the Ravens are in the playoff, I don't know how you can not give it to Lamar, because he's going to have to put up crazy numbers. Like without the state of that defense and everything, it's going to fill into it. Like, this is completely you can pull out of the number at the end and just cash out, and you'll probably get a nice payday if the narrative completes itself. And you won't even have to play till the end. You could also, have the portfolio with Baker and with Patrick, and Baker and Patrick were both MVP people that we gave in our earlier plays. If you guys tuned into that one. But anyways, last play of the week.
But you said real quick, you said it's all about the narrative in the NFL.
It is.
It's all about it.
The stats have to back it up, but the narrative matters. And so this is a spot where you get a juicy narrative if it comes to fruition. My last play of the week is my anytime touchdown play. Let me just say, guys, this one is got a little juice to squeeze. And I'm sorry, but it's too juicy to not go ahead and play. It is Quinshon Judkins. They're taking on the Miami Dolphins. Listen, everybody eats. Yeah. That's all I got to say is that running backs have just absolutely handed Miami every bit of everything they've asked for. Judkins is going to do the same thing. And that's all Cleveland's offense is going to be handed off to Judkins and let him run through Miami like a freight train.
And he gonna be scary this week because he didn't do good last week. So he's gonna
be motivated.
He's gonna be motivated.
He's gonna be very motivated. It is minus 145. So I'm sorry, that's the best odds that are out there for his touchdown. That bet 365 for those best odds. So
I wonder
find a better number. Find a better number.
I wonder what the 2 touchdown is.
That's what I was just getting ready to ask. I could see him scoring twice.
I haven't gotten to look that one up. I'm confident in the single anytime touchdown.
Yeah,
There's probably some significant upside to betting 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, it's probably
I don't want,
especially with Njoku being questionable.
Yeah,
Dylan Gabriel's not going to torch anybody, I don't think. So Judkins scoring 2 could be spicy. Although I do think that you could also play Cleveland anytime touchdown, defense, special teams.
Oh, okay.
That would be spicy too.
But
I want to say Cleveland anytime touchdown. Are you saying that because they didn't score a touchdown last game?
No, you can bet like I was saying defense, special teams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know it was a joke.
I'm saying I got you. But
because Tua going to turn that ball over.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought process was he gonna cough it up and it's gonna be a house call.
I love the Lamar pick just because what we talked about, the narrative and how much the NFL loves having a great narrative for for the MVP. So love that. And Junkins, he's on my fantasy team. So
Me too.
yes.
Me too. Yes,
Matt,
please.
what you got?
All right, guys, let's start off with my lock of the week. I'm gonna take the team that's coming off bye. Give me the Minnesota Vikings at plus 2.5. I think I would take it up to 3 against the Philadelphia Eagles playing in Minnesota. Listen, I know well, I don't know if it's been announced that Carson Wentz is starting quarterback, but it don't matter. I'm fine with either one. Carson Wentz, it's like a revenge game for him playing the Eagles again. He has one of the best wide receivers in the NFL in Jay Jettis, baby. Like I said, they're coming off bye. And I told Shane and Jason before the podcast, the Eagles, yes, they are winning games, but they don't look good winning. They do not look good winning. A.J. Brown's pissed. Devonta Smith is pissed. Saquon Barkley has less yards in 6 weeks than Rico Dowdle does in 2 games. It's just, they're not a very cohesive unit. They cheat every single time they do the tush push. Eventually, it should be called eventually. But listen,
hold on. For the tush push, we got this one.
Yes, it is, man. Like, even the announcers are now calling it out. Like, how are they not calling false start? But no, it's, Minnesota's defense is a very, very good defense. Quinyon Mitchell was out last week. I know he was injured. Is he back to full strength? I don't know. Jalen Carter sat out last week. Don't know if he's going to be back to full strength or if he's playing. I don't know if it was an injury. I don't know that they said. But yes, again, the Eagles are winning games, but Minnesota, I think, coming off bye, will have a lot of motivation to beat this team. I think the defense will continue to hold the Eagles in somewhat of a check. So give me Minnesota plus 2.5, plus 3, get it up to 3 at home in Minnesota.
I'm giving you 3. I'm giving you 3.
Minnesota plus 3 in the dome. Next game, I'm taking Green Bay minus 6.5 at Arizona. No Marvin Harrison Jr. more than likely this week. Don't know if Kyler Murray is back. Jacoby, to be honest, they looked better with Jacoby Brissett, but that is neither here nor there. Again,
neither is Kyler. Kyler's not here nor there.
Yes,
he's playing Battlefield or Black Ops, whatever one came out. I don't remember.
Zonovan Bam Knight, I know, is the running back there. Michael Carter started the game, but then Bam Knight kind of did. I think it was like 12 carries to 10 carries. I think Michael Carter had a couple more targets in passing. But listen, this team is Trey McBride. I feel sorry for you. Trey, I feel extremely sorry for you. Green Bay has a very good defense, and Trey might get some run, but Green Bay's going to win, and they're going to win by more than 6.5. Josh Jacobs is going to eat. Jordan Love's going to have a bounce back week this week because he did not look good last week. So give me Green Bay minus 6.5, and let's just move on to the next one. Next game. I know my 2 co-hosts, I think they are on the other side of this game, or partially on the other side of this game. And let me just try to convince you to switch sides to my side. Give me Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears minus 5.5 playing at home in Chicago against the New Orleans Saints. Did I change your minds yet? No, guys, listen, Chicago just played Washington in Washington and won. I know, last second field goal. And I know Washington did not have Terry McLaurin. Jaden Daniels still balled out. Jacory Krosky-Merritt didn't play very good. I think he had like 17 carries for like 70 yards or 61 yards or something like that. I think
they should have won.
Yes, and I do. I think Washington was the better team. But Chicago, Caleb Williams looked pretty dang good. Like, he actually looked good. I know he spread the ball out to like 5 different receivers, but he looked good.
So did Luther Burden.
Luther Burden looked good. Colston Loveland got a couple targets and caught a couple. DJ Moore had a little bit of scare. I don't know what the update is on that. I know he went to the hospital after the game in an ambulance. I don't know exactly what happened or if they've released what happened. Typically, if you're going after the game, it's nothing to do with like a outside injury. It seems like it could be more of an internal thing. I don't know exactly though. But Chicago looks like they're kind of turning a little bit of a corner. New Orleans is still a team that I I just have a lot of hesitations about. I have a lot of reservations about it. They still don't look like a complete unit, in my opinion. I know their defense has played better, but in this case, with Chicago just maybe getting on a little bit of a roll, emotional win at home, I like the minus 5.5.
Agree to disagree. It feels like a letdown spot, unfortunately, for the
It
Bears
could be.
because
It's a short
What's
week.
the record? What's the record now? Are they 3-2 now?
Talking about
yes,
the
they are
Bears?
3-2.
They are,
Bears?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it rained. That fumble late helped them, but that's the NFL. It is what it is. It's one of those things where short week, emotional win, all that sort of thing. I love narratives, and we always talk about letdown games for teams that come through with big wins the week before. I
Right.
don't mind it because we're fading the Saints, who are arguably the worst team in the NFL. But we've seen
Close.
who?
Well,
The Titans would like a conversation, but
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I forget about them. I was like, yeah, they're
everybody
dog
does.
shit.
There's a reason.
listen, Jason, you're right though. They're in the bottom 3. They're in the
Right.
bottom 3 teams.
Although, look, Spencer Rattler's not been terrible.
No, he hasn't. He's been coming along. He's been
Well-
coming. He's playing for his NFL career. That's what
Listen,
he's playing.
I personally think the numbers are currently a no play for me. So, like, I don't hate your pick. I think
Don't
I
love
could
it.
make-
Don't hate
I
it.
would kind of make the number 6.5. I like the 7.5 that it opened at. Played the 7.5 that it opened at. Would not play this number for either team at this point. So until it like gets closer one way or closer the other way, yeah. Like if you have a strong, I respect that.
Hey, Spencer Rattler only has one win. He's trying to survive, which leads us to our next segment. Shane, are we surviving?
We are surviving. Listen, we didn't get to give this update last week, but we took the Green Bay Packers and it was pretty sweat free. So, speaking of sweat free, guys, I am not trying to sweat this week either. We're just going to slam the button. We're taking the Kansas City Chiefs because math just maths, baby. They're playing the Las Vegas Raiders at home and they get Rashee Rice back. That sounds like a victory. Also, they are the largest favorite, which isn't the most fun to take in Survivor, but it's the one that's going to be our pick this week. Additionally, later in the season, they have a lot of short weeks, so saving them doesn't it's not like we get a huge advantage. I think that the Chiefs are just going to get better and better as the season progresses, but like short weeks later in the season, that makes things really, really tough in Survivor. So we'll just take the win now and move on. We'll see you next week for the Survivor segment.
Real quick. When you said that this was the biggest favorite of the week, that literally just gave me the chills. and I
Jason's
hate
on
that.
Jason's on the side of
He's
he's already been.
spookies.
Yeah, he already did it to Shane and I once, and Shane and I did our thing with the Texans, and he's kind of doing the same thing right now. So Jason, just have faith, okay? Just have a little bit of faith.
Trust
Last
the
question.
process.
Do you know how many entries are still alive with
In
ours?
this one, no. We joined a smaller one. It's a 645 pool. So I will check and let you guys know
Okay.
how many are left. But I know it's actually a pretty small number. A lot of people got eliminated last week with all of the fantastic upsets. So it wasn't our team that got upset. And speaking of upsets, guys, the dogs are barking. They are.
Barking, baby, let him out. Let him out.
Let them out. Let them out.
We have the dog in us this week, y'all, and I'm changing mine up last minute. So Shane, you are going to have to redo the math for us right now. So you guys go give out your dog plays real quick while I choose mine because I don't feel confident about mine right now.
while you chew on yours.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to go with the big dog. I'm going to take the New York Football Giants to shock the world. They are going 2 mile high. They are going to do something that I think most people wouldn't expect, and that's win this football game. So I think that Dark can go in and shock the Broncos. Broncos defense is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But Bo Nix looks suspect, and the Giants defense is good. Giants force a couple of turnovers from Bo Nix, or better yet, just Jackson Dart does some dart stuff. Cam Scatterboo shoves his head through a mountain. You're telling me that won't get the crowd rattled? It will. We're back in the Giants. Matt, who's your pick?
I am backing the Atlanta Falcons this week, traveling to San Francisco. Listen, guys, we know Jason just kind of reiterated to it. The Falcons played a very good game this last week. They are traveling to San Francisco, which is it's a little scary. But again, this is the dog parlay. San Francisco is beat up. I heard Fred Warner out. Their defense is just decimated. Their offense hasn't looked great. Christian McCaffrey has not run the ball good because their offensive line is atrocious right now. Atlanta's playing good ball right now, so I am going to back the Atlanta Falcons money line here, traveling to San Fran.
It's one of my favorite underdog picks of the entire week, just straight up.
And we talk about letdown games for teams that come out and play well the week before. I actually think the Falcons figured out something with their defense, relying on that and giving the ball to Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Give
then
the
also
ball to your best player.
And also establishing an early lead by giving the ball to your other best player, Drake London.
Yeah,
crazy, right?
That was the easiest math possible.
Who
Get
thought?
a lead and then hand it to the best guy that you have on your entire team. Weird.
Oh my gosh.
The Eagles cracked that code like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Shane, you're gonna have to crunch the numbers because this might be the biggest dog parlay that we've had this year. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals.
When you said you were changing, I was like, I think I know who he's picking.
I have to do it after Tomlin's comments and Joe Flacco being so used to playing the Steelers. It makes sense after the high horse that the Steelers are on right now, to where I feel like it's a letdown game or a letdown scenario with how well they've been playing, and I feel like this might be the situation to back the Bengals for a win.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
hate
short
it.
week too.
That's plus 3,000 at least.
Short week. Joe Flacco at the helm. The battle of the elderly walkers. Listen, it is not plus 3,000, Jason. I am sorry to hurt your feelings. It is plus 2,835. So again, it is the Falcons, the Giants, and the Cincinnati Bengals
In the old dog parlay. Let him out.
Woof.
All right, guys, that is going to wrap up the betting episode for you guys here at the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast. Remember, head over to fantasy6pack.net. What Kelsey? Love that, Shane.
is barking out all these jokes. Listen, the dad jokes just come to you once you hit a certain age and you have children. It's just an undeniable thing. It's yeah.
Don't encourage him, Kyle.
Yeah,
Please
don't. No, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Head over to fantasy6pack.net. Remember, guys, get your all access membership, guys. It will unlock all of our bets, not the ones that we are just giving to you live here on the show. Head over to Fantasy Six Pack's YouTube channel. Click that, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let you guys know when all of us go live, not just our podcast, but all the podcasts that are associated with Fantasy Six Pack, guys. It's a great community. You want to be a part of it. There's a lot of information out there. And anytime you guys have any questions about betting, hit us up. Remember, you can ask us any questions on YouTube here. You can reach out to us on the audio podcast. That's over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Look us up. Leave us a 5-star review, guys. It really does help out the show. And as always, you can reach out to us on Twitter. Our names are there on the screen. You just have to put the little @ before that. So go over there. Ask us any questions over there as well. That being said, Shane, Jason, y'all know what to do.
Hey, scan the QR code. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
Gamble responsibly. If you have any questions, slide in those DMs, y'all.
We love you all to the moon and back. And until next episode, peace out.